Welcome everyone to Robotic Maniac. This is it, the big screen. It's a big one. This is it, the decider for the final game of the season. This is it for League Two, the decider to go up to League One. Welcome to Wimbledon versus Walsall. Welcome everyone to Robotic Maniac, and this is it, the big one, the decider, who will win and who will be staying in League Two. Let's find out in 5 minutes' time. So let's put on one of my favourite songs to bring it up and bring it on, and let's see who goes up. Will it be Wimbledon or will it be Walsall? So put your score predictions in the chat and let's see who wins.
The Stoke player that stayed at Walsall after Nathan Lowe went back. Tommy Simpkins had an excellent season, has an ambition to be Stoke City's #1 keeper. Ball bounces on halfway and it's kept in play by Walsall, but fired out of play by Okagbue, and it will be a throw to AFC Wimbledon, who are defending the end away to our right, the West Stand, where their supporters are. So once we turn around at half-time, both teams will be heading for their own fans.
I do question some decisions as well, Dan. It's Nathan Lowe going back to Stoke. I think he only made 4 appearances, and if you're him, you're thinking, why didn't you just leave me here? Look where he could have played. Although if he was still at Walsall, I think they'd have gone up automatically.
I think that might be something to do with the change of manager when Mark Robbins came in, and there's just different philosophies and different requirements for players. But he is still Nathan Lowe, Walsall's top scorer, despite only playing half the season for the Saddlers. Goal kick, Owen Goodman, another loanee, on loan at AFC Wimbledon from Crystal Palace. He's had a brilliant season in goal for them. He probably has designs on getting first team football at his parent club in the not too distant. Dean Henderson, well, he's the #1 at Crystal Palace at the minute, and Dean Henderson played against Matt Sadler in a playoff final. Here's Alistair Smith for AFC Wimbledon down the right hand side. Ball's worked into the area, up go the heads, it's headed away by Williams at the back, only half cleared by Walsall, brought down by Miles Hippolyte, and then it's tucked out to the right hand side, and Tilly tries to send the ball in, but it's blocked, and a chance now for Walsall to bring it clear. That's really good tenacious work in the centre of midfield for Walsall. It was headed out of play by...
I am very sorry that the UI, the thing that I use for the match is not working, but I am trying to find the issue, but we can still hear the commentary, so there you go.
And now it's an FA Cup final with Crystal Palace. I was told to mention that by Darren Ambrose. Ball's played up to halfway, intercepted by Williams for Walsall. 0-0. We've played 3 minutes on TalkSport 2 in the League Two Play-Off final. Liam Gordon out on the left-hand side for the Saddlers. Looks to go on the outside of Tilly. Thinks about a cross, gets to the byline, then tries to wrap his foot around it and wins the first corner of the game for Walsall, away to our right, 0-0.
That's going to be a great battle down that side, Tilly and Gordon, respectively. I mean, the other end, it was Tilly that got the delivery in, and this side it was Gordon winning his team a corner. It's been a fast start both sides.
It has, and it will be a corner over on the far side of the field from us for Walsall to take as we approach the 4-minute mark at Wembley Stadium. And Walsall have got more set-piece goals than anybody in League Two this season. In it comes right-footed, deep to the far post, but it's too deep for everybody in a red Walsall shirt. And the way you heard is from the AFC Wimbledon fans as the ball just trickles out of play on this near side for a Don's throw, 0-0.
I think they'll be looking to get as many set plays as possible. If we go back to the playoff semi-finals, AFC Wimbledon, Notts County, there was a lot of pulling and shoving in the box, and now VAR's here. I think the manager, Matt Sadler, will be saying get as many crosses into the box and see if he can get something.
It'll be very interesting to see just how much of a conversation the managers have had with their players about VAR being in use today and what they can and cannot get away with, because they're normally in a VAR-free zone. Harry Williams heads the ball down for Walsall, but it's picked up on halfway by Alistair Smith for AFC Wimbledon. Tilly on his outside, picks it up now. Right-hand side, midway point of the half. Looks to check in on his left. He loves to send left-footed deliveries in from that right-hand side for Wimbledon. But the ball's back in the centre circle now with 2 of the 3 centre-halves first. Ryan Johnson and then Joe Lewis. And it's clipped down the right-hand side by Riley Harbottle, who scored the goal at Meadow Lane that put AFC Wimbledon firmly in control. Now away down the left-hand side goes George Hall for Walsall, but he's intercepted in the end. The ball goes out of play and it came off Hall last of all. He thinks it's his throw, but instead it's gone to AFC Wimbledon. 5.5 gone. Ian Danter here with you on TalkSport 2 alongside serial playoff dodger Darren Ambrose.
I tell you what, Dan's watching this, I'd love to have played in the playoffs, I really would. This is a sensational atmosphere. Was there 45,000 people maybe here? Fantastic support.
Clipped up to the edge of the Walsall box, but headed clear by Williams, and now Ryan Stirk picks it up for the West Midlanders. Taylor Allen hits a long ball over the top, trying to find Jamie Jellis in behind, but the ball's hit too long and too straight, 2 bounces, and it's through to Owen Goodman. And Wimbledon will look to build from the back. Jake Reeves, who played in that 2016 playoff final for AFC Wimbledon, the last time they were in such a game. That was when they beat Plymouth 2-0. Lyle Taylor, who I saw at the second leg at Plough Lane, and Bayo Akinfenwa, who's definitely here today. You can never miss old Bayo on the touchline. And when AFC Wimbledon got up, they finished 15th that next season in League One, which is a very good, solid response to going up a level, and I'm sure that's what both managers will be hoping their respective teams can do if promotion is achieved. Wimbledon trying to get away down the right side of the area. Ball's played into the box just behind Marcus Brown, who was almost onto it, but Walsall bring it away, and a chance for Nathan Asimwe to stretch his legs for the first time really down this near side. Plays the ball into the feet of Jamie Jellis. He's trying to thread it further down the right for George Hall, but it went out off Ryan Johnson for a Walsall throw. 7 gone, 0-0.
It's been a good start from both sides. We did say, didn't we, once the whistle goes, all that tension, all the build-up, it's just another game, and we thought we'd expect a fast start from both teams. There's certainly been that. No real clear-cut opportunities yet.
Taylor Allen, who's a real dead-eye from set pieces for Walsall, finds Liam Gordon left-hand side, tries to step away from Tilly, fires in an early cross from deep, but it's cleared away by Harbottle up to the halfway line. Williams a heavy touch, and that allowed AFC Wimbledon to win it back, and Brown was caught, and that's a free kick to AFC Wimbledon, but no further punishment for Harry Williams as Marcus Brown went over his leg and won the free kick for the Londoners. 0-0.
Yeah, it's just a committed challenge, weren't it? Both of them committing. I'm just seeing a replay on our screens now. He's just got there first, Brown, and just got caught. For me, right decision. It's a free kick, nothing more.
Which Reeves will take just shy of the halfway line. Actually plays it backwards of square to Ryan Johnson. He'll give it back to his captain in the centre circle. And he just strokes it out to Riley Harbottle on the far touchline. Heavy first touch, still managed to clip it down the right-hand side. Brilliantly chested down by Alistair Smith for the Dons. But they can't work it any further forward and have to go back to the halfway line. And Joe Lewis, who will set up play once again from the centre circle. Now it's with Hippolyte out to Nerfield, who scored a brilliant goal for AFC Wimbledon to settle nerves early on against Notts County in that second leg. We brought you on TalkSport 2. Remember, we brought you every game of the playoffs, and we will bring you even more EFL action next season across the TalkSport network, because we love it, and it's a brilliant product. Whether it's Championship, League One, League Two, so much to recommend about the EFL, so you will get wall-to-wall EFL with us next season. Ball's played forward by Walsall, but hit too long and too straight again, and one bounce, and it's through to Owen Goodman. 23 clean sheets for the on-loan Crystal Palace keeper for AFC Wimbledon this year. Just going up a level because he played at Colchester last year. Chance to go up to League One. I wonder where his next loan destination will be if he's not going to be kept at Palace as part of their squad next year. Long ball downfield, headed up in the air, the edge of the area by Ogundiri, but AFC Wimbledon have got possession high up the pitch. Now it's with Hippolyte. Beats the challenge of Okagbue, but back came Jamie Jellis, and also back came Alfie Chang into his own penalty area and hit the ball against the AFC Wimbledon striker, and it went behind for a Walsall goal kick. 0-0.
Yeah, very good defending all round from Walsall, covering one another. If they got him in behind, there was a teammate there to support and cover him, and in the end got that little bit of luck, didn't they? He just went to cross it, he went to clear it, and it hit the forward and went out. Good defending all round Walsall.
Over 28,000 tickets sold to AFC Wimbledon fans, pushing 20,000 for Walsall. Another very healthy attendance for a fourth tier playoff final at the National Stadium. 0-0. Alistair Smith goes down in the centre circle. No foul, says the referee. Wimbledon still have it. Tilly tries to play the ball long, looking for Brown, but just got caught running for the ball with David Okagbue. Caught something in the face, but he never went down looking for a free kick, and Walsall have it back.
I think it was the right ball from Tilly as well. I look down here, Brown made a movement towards the goal and then went to go wide, so he played the long ball, but just a little bit of miscommunication because Brown went inside again, and that's what he clashed with the Walsall defender.
Chang lays it off to Taylor Allen, who brings it forward for Walsall to the centre of the Wimbledon half. Goes out left to Liam Gordon. Gordon sends the ball into the area. Jellis with a header, strikes his own player Jamil Matt, who had his back to goal. AFC Wimbledon haven't got it clear yet. Jellis looking for Jamil Matt. Great strength inside the box. Actually too much strength, says the referee, as he fouled Johnson. So AFC Wimbledon get the free kick in their own 18-yard area, 0-0.
Yeah, there's a lot happened without really much happening there. Jellis with a head, and it was going well wide. Ended up hitting Jamil Matt in the face. As we're lucky that we've got a screen in front of us. We can see the replay here, Dance, and he's crossed it in. Jellis is going well wide, and he smashed Jamil Matt into the face, and then they couldn't clear it. Tried to recycle it, ended up giving away a foul.
Goodman smacks the free kick downfield for AFC Wimbledon. It's going to drop out of play without getting a touch off anybody. So Walsall get a throw. They scored 75 goals, Walsall, in the regular season. Best record in the division. AFC Wimbledon, by contrast, scored 56.
And that's their second most ever in a season. They got 79 in 2000-2001, and they were promoted via the playoffs.
I was there at the Millennium Stadium that day when they beat Reading after extra time. Darren Byfield scored the winner for the Saddlers that day. He is now Matt Sadler's assistant manager at Walsall. Sat there on the bench down beneath us. But both managers, Matt Sadler in his tracksuit, Johnny Jackson in a suit, are observing proceedings from the edge of their technical areas. Tilly for AFC Wimbledon down the right-hand side, looking to outpace Jamie Allen, but Allen puts the ball out of play under a bit of pressure from Tilly. So AFC Wimbledon have got this throw inside the Walsall half of the field, just past the midway point of the Walsall half of the field, and Riley Harbottle is drawing the ball on his jersey. He's going to be the long throw specialist for the Dons here to hurl it into the danger area.
Just not much quality as yet. Someone needs to just get control of this game, get your foot on it. There's a lot of battling going on in the middle third. No real opportunities yet.
So Harbottle winds up for the throw, level with the 18-yard line. In it comes from that far side, the right, into the near post, headed down and out by Okagbue, picked up by Hippolyte, who turns and fires the ball back into the area. Might break for Stevens in front of goal, but it just skipped through, and Simkin was able to pick up the loose ball. Just thought for a moment the ball might break for AFC Wimbledon's top scorer, but it wasn't to be. 0-0.
It was a fantastic opportunity. A turn and cross. Can't quite see who played the cross in, but Matty Stevens just didn't.
It was Hippolyte.
Hippolyte was unbelievable. Yeah, I'm seeing it now. He's running away from goal and he turns. He just didn't anticipate that the defender was going to miss it, Matty Stevens, and I think that just shows the form he's in at the moment in front of goal.
No goal in 10 games for Matty Stevens in this current run, but he is their top scorer overall. 21 goals in all competitions, 17 in League Two for Stevens, who's herring after a long ball that's gone downfield, but very calmly headed down by Harry Williams at the back for Walsall. Long ball downfield, George Hall's got him behind Harbottle. Walsall have got men over here. Hall into the area left hand side, plays it across looking for Stirk. It'll break for Chang at the edge of the area, taken off his toe by Liam Gordon. Walsall still have it. A Simway down the right hand side of the area, can't get there. Nerville with a vital boot in, and Alfie Chang has got every right to turn to Liam Gordon and say, why didn't you let me strike it? Because that's how he got his first goal for the club at Chesterfield in the semis, 0-0.
Oh, Dance, I'd be absolutely seething if I was Chang. We see it here. It was sitting perfectly for him to run on, and you could see him screaming, let me have this shot. And Gordon just took it off him in the last minute. I'd be absolutely seething if that was me.
So a throw in right by the corner flag for Walsall. At the end away to our right, the West stand where the AFC Wimbledon fans are sat. Harry Williams once again with a long throw for the men in all red. In it comes from Williams into the near post. Goodman comes and claims well at his near post, and the danger passes for AFC Wimbledon, 0-0.
Yeah, he's so assured, Goodman, and he's one of the standout players this season. You mentioned already him and Nerfield. I think Nerfield picked up 3 of their 5 awards at the end of season awards for them, and Goodman been sensational, and Will there be an opportunity for them to go high if they don't go up this season? Perhaps.
Quite possibly. As I say, depends on what Oliver Glasner has planned for his squad for next season. Our next live football for you is on Wednesday on TalkSport from 7 p.m. The little matter of the Europa Conference League final, 2 years on from West Ham winning it. It's Real Betis against Chelsea in Wrocław in Poland.
Not the real one, is it? Europa League was the real one.
Oh dear, touched the nerve there with Darren Ambrose. Wasn't intentional at all. Let's take that up with West Ham fans, shall we? Let's see whether that doesn't matter as a trophy. And we also have live darts for you on Thursday on TalkSport, the Premier League finals night. I'll be at the O2 with the gang, where it'll either be Luke Humphries, Luke Littler, Gerwin Price or Nathan Aspinall who will become Premier League champion 2025. 0-0 at Wembley Stadium here on TalkSport 2 this Bank Holiday Monday afternoon in the League Two Play-Off final. Walsall in possession with Jamie Jellis on the right-hand side, but he's crowded out by 2 or 3 AFC Wimbledon players. Hippolyte working extremely hard, and he's won Wimbledon a throw.
Yeah, I think that's what's happening at the moment, Danson. Everyone's just working extremely hard. There's no real space anywhere around the pitch. As soon as anyone of either side gets on the ball, there's 2-3 men around him trying to win it back. I mean, this will settle down soon, but it's just been an out-and-out battle at the moment.
We've played 17 minutes at Wembley Stadium on your home of the EFL, TalkSport 2, 0-0. Asimwe heads the ball up to halfway, flicked on by Jellis, but he won't find Jamil Matt. Reeves tidies up and sends it back to his keeper. Got the Champions League final for you as well on Saturday from the Allianz Arena, Munich, PSG against Inter Milan, and across the summer the Women's Euros, all live across the TalkSport network. All of England's games live. We're sending a team out to Switzerland, including Adrian Durham and Courtney Sweetman-Kirk, to cover the tournament for you, and hopefully England can retain the European Cup. Tash Dowie's going out there as well as part of our team, and we've got England men's World Cup qualifiers in early June as well against Andorra. I think it's one of those games that they have, all live across the TalkSport network. Andorra is Saturday the 7th of June, and then a friendly against Senegal here on Tuesday the 10th of June, which you can tune into on TalkSport. 0-0 here at Wembley Stadium. If you're just tuning into EFL League Two Live, the playoff final between AFC Wimbledon and Walsall. It's been nip and tuck so far. No clear goal-scoring chances worthy of the name just yet, Darren Ambrose.
No, not just yet, and I'm looking down right in front of us. Nerfield, I just mentioned that he's been one of their standout players this season. He's on the ball now, but he's not really got involved yet. He can't. He's being ushered, he's being man-marked, but he's on the ball now. Can he make something happen? Level
with the edge of the 18-yard line for AFC Wimbledon. On the overlap goes Hippolyte, onside, gets to the byline, chips it across the area. Liam Gordon comes across from full-back to head it clear, and only then belatedly does the offside flag go up against Miles Hippolyte, and Walsall get themselves a free kick, 0-0.
I mean, it was almost right on cue, Nerfield making something happen. I'm not quite sure he was offside, to be honest. Obviously, if that went in, we'd have seen with the VAR lines, but it looked to be, did he make the run at the right time? We're just seeing now on our screens, Dan, Nerfield picks the ball, he plays it. Yeah, he is the right decision, he is offside, a couple of yards. Shows how good my vision is. I used to be a midfielder, Dan.
I'm saying nothing. I've already called you a playoff dodger. I can't insult you anymore. It's nice to have Darren Ambrose with us this Bank Holiday Monday afternoon. He did sit on the bench in a playoff semi-final when Norwich played Ipswich, which was a very tame affair, I'm sure.
It's a semi-final man I was, Dance. Semi-final.
Fuming that he didn't get on, I can tell you. Headed clear for AFC Wimbledon at the back by Joe Lewis. Ball breaks in the centre circle for Ryan Stirk of Walsall. Now Taylor Allen feeds it down the left-hand side, but that's far too far ahead of Hall. And again, it will skip through to Goodman. And Matty Stevens just having some running repairs down beneath us. So AFC Wimbledon have been down to 10 temporarily. You're listening to AFC Wimbledon 0, Walsall 0 in the EFL Championship. Live on TalkSport 2 with McDonald's. Enjoy a tasty night in delivered to your door with McDelivery.
He's changing his boots, Matty Stevens, whether they're ripped or he's just got the wrong footwear on, but unless they're ripped, I always find that a bit strange that you haven't got the right footwear on after 20 minutes of the game. I'm informed they were ripped.
Given away at the back by Walsall. Smith tees up the shot from the left foot of Hippolyte. That's a good yard or two wide of Simpkins' left-hand post. That's the first real shot in anger, and it came for AFC Wimbledon after Walsall needlessly gave the ball away in their own defensive third, 0-0.
Yeah, it was a mistake, wasn't it? I think it was Sturck, was it, in the middle of midfield? He went to play it back and didn't see the forward there. He's turning, it's a poor strike, he's laid it off, it's a poor strike. He's gone wide, yeah, but just going back, Matty Stevens, I was a bit harsh to him there. His boots were ripped, so he had to have a change of boot. He was going to go on with one different colour as well, by the way, but they found his other one.
Well, they are wafer thin, these boots today, aren't they? Nothing to them. It's like wearing fresh air. Goal kick for Simpkin for Walsall into the Wimbledon half of the field, and it's going to be given as a Wimbledon throw as Nerfield headed it against Asimwe. Asimwe keeping out Connor Barrett, who has served a 3-match ban for a sending off he got towards the end of the regular season at Accrington Stanley, and he's one of the players for Walsall who's featured in the EFL League Two Team of the Year, Connor Barrett, but Asimwe's kept his place for the role that he's played since Barrett has been suspended.
Yeah, he'll be itching to get on, Connor Barrett. Most assists this season for Walsall, 8 assists. He'll be wanting to get on and play a part today.
Jamie Jellis for Walsall goes down as he tries to bring the ball clear. Hippolyte, the man that fouled him. So a free kick for Walsall, about 10-15 yards from the halfway line. A few Walsall subs go out to warm up way to our left, including 37 years young Albert Adoma. Makes me think you shouldn't have retired when you did, Darren Ambrose.
I know, I get jealous when I hear the ages of some of these players that are continuing to play. Gave up way too early, Dance, I did. I think I was about 22 when I gave up.
I'm saying nothing. There's a gag there. I'm just not going there. Liam Gordon can't win it, but Walsall do get it back. Sturck fires it into the feet of Jamil Matt at the edge of the area, but it was fired at him at such pace that it ricocheted away. But Walsall get it back. George Hall inside left channel will lay it off to Liam Gordon. Gordon tries to give it back to Hall, who's dashing infield from the touchline. Across comes Reeves and makes a vital interception at the edge of his own penalty area, because if George Hall had beaten him, he was in on goal.
Yeah, brilliant defending, Reeves, and I think this is the way it's going, isn't it? The defenders are coming out on top at the moment, all around the pitch, whether it's your midfield players defending or their defenders defending. It's been a real tight, edgy opening quarter of this match.
Jellis trying to get the better of Johnson. Ball's out of play as he tried to hook it in from right by the dead ball line. So it's a goal kick to Wimbledon. Yeah, Jake Reeves, it's his third spell as an AFC Wimbledon player. Came back 2 years ago, having been to Stevenage. He had gone to Bradford City a few years ago, and he's chipped in with a few goals and assists this season back at his old stomping ground. And he's just coming in between two of the centre-halves at the moment to try and receive possession, but the ball's with Joe Lewis, who himself came to Wimbledon in 2023 from Stockport. Reeves now looking long down the right-hand side for Stevens, comfortably headed clear by Allen, and then it's headed forward once again for AFC Wimbledon by Harbottle. Drops at the edge of the area. Brown fighting for possession, comes out to Alistair Smith, who tries an ambitious volley, half volley from 30 yards out, and it landed halfway back in the Walsall fans behind that goal away to our left. We played 24 minutes of the first half in the League Two Play-Off final on your home of the EFL TalkSport 2. It is still AFC Wimbledon 0, Walsall 0. Darren Ambrose.
Yeah, it was a strange decision, Alistair Smith there. I just felt you could see from our angle it was always going to go over the bar. I mean, if he connected right there, that would have been goal of the season. The style of volley he was trying, I always think, has he ever scored a goal like that before? I don't know. I think he could have just recycled play there.
He scored 6 goals this season, so he's not half bad. Ball breaks in the middle of the AFC Wimbledon half for Joe Lewis, but he's hurried into his clearance, and so he clears it straight into the waiting arms of Matt Sadler, the Walsall manager. Gives it straight to Okagbue, who can get play restarted with a throw. Clips the ball infield looking for Hall, but Harbottle steps in front of Hall, but Hall wins it back with a good challenge. However, the ricochet favours AFC Wimbledon. Nerfield on his bike down the left-hand side, but comfortably goal side of him was David Okagbue. Simpkin, the goalkeeper, clears to halfway, but AFC Wimbledon tidied the ball up, then needlessly give it away. Handball against Jamie Jellis as Ryan Johnson tried to clear it past him. And there's no real pattern to this game yet, Darren Ambrose, is there?
No, there's not. It's like a chess game at the moment, trying to figure each other out. And like I said, there's no real quality at the moment. There's just everyone, and I said this, if you can win your battles, first and foremost, you've got a chance. But no one's really getting out on top at the moment. But you mentioned Jake Reeves. I think it's players like that. He knows the football club. The support can really get behind players like that. His third time back at the football club, and he'll be a big voice in that dressing room, and he'll know what it means. And if he can get his point across, then the Wimbledon players need to listen.
Ball's back with the Wimbledon keeper, Goodman. Left-footed clearance right down the centre of the field, looking for Brown to get the flick on. Okagbue there with a good strong header, and the offside flag went up against Marcus Brown, so it will be a free kick to Walsall. 6 promotions since their formation, AFC Wimbledon, a little over 20 years ago. That's very impressive.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
3 of those promotions have come via the play-off route, and there have been 3 seasons back at this level. Walsall, they've been playing 6 seasons after they were relegated from League One in 2019, and this season's the first season where they've even had a top 10 finish, never mind almost getting automatic promotion, but for that late Anthony Sarcevic goal for Bradford City at Valley Parade on the final day. I was listening in my car to Game Day Live as that goal went in. Absolute bedlam at Bradford when that goal went in, as you might expect, as the Bantams nicked that automatic playoff spot. Out to the left hand side it goes for Walsall, and Taylor Allen plays it across to the right for Okagbue. Now to Simwe, faced up by Nurfield, so has to go infield to Alfie Chang, one of a couple of players with Birmingham City connections in the Walsall starting lineup on loan, as is George Hall. Ryan Sturck was a Birmingham player, but he's now a permanent addition at Walsall, and Matt Sadler himself came through the Birmingham City Academy. Apparently it was Callum Maycock who gave Matty Stevens his boots. He obviously didn't have a spare pair, so he's had a lend.
It's different to the Premier League, isn't it? The Premier League, they've got about 30 pairs each.
What?
All brand new.
30 pair? Are you kidding me?
I know players that play with a brand new pair of boots every single match.
I remember a Prime Minister was supposed to never wear the same pair of socks more than once, but only wearing a pair of boots once.
I couldn't do it. I'd love to. I like the feel of the boots. I like to, if I could break them in, if you know what I mean.
I say whatever happened to Billy's boots, like the old famous cartoon strip, you know.
Those brand new pair every game. I couldn't have done it.
0-0. Walsall bringing it forward. James Jellis gets over the halfway line, skips away from one challenge and away from another, drifting out to the left hand side now. Jamie Jellis. Tilley trying to get back at him, and he actually got goal side. Did well, James Tilley, and forced Jellis to have a pull at the shirt, bring down Tilley, and Wimbledon get a free kick. It's 0-0 on Torchwood approaching the half-hour mark.
Very well, Tilley. Jellis lovely footwork, but just overdone it a little bit. But looking down there, he put his head up. There's no way he really made a move the box. So he has to try alone, but Tilley got back really well. Doing a good
good strong run down the left hand side for AFC Wimbledon. Loves the ball heel. Right on here, because he was running out of room, so he tried to unload the ball into the outside of his right boot, but it was too close to the dead ball line and comfortable for Simkin in the Walsall goal to claim. So half an hour gone, and a few of the kids that won the utility cup earlier just coming to take their seats down beneath our commentary position with a sausage roll apiece and a cup in their hands. Nice day's work for them. Who's going to pick up the trophy at the end of today? Who's going to get the W? Which of the W's is going to get the W? Tilley. Back to Reeves, his captain, in the centre circle for Wimbledon. Good ball along the deck for Brown, who can turn. Fires the ball goalwards, and Simkin turns it round the post for a Wimbledon corner. First corner of the game for AFC Wimbledon, and that came from a lovely threaded ball through to Marcus Brown, who really struck it well left-footed, but Simkin was equal to it. Corner to Wimbledon, 0-0.
Yeah, lovely pass as well. Jake Reeves just broke the line. It's the first real bit of quality we had. Just broke the line. Marcus Brown, lovely turn off his back foot. Good strike this time, a lot better strike. And an equally good save by Simkin. But we've had our first real bit of quality, and it almost created a goal.
It's a really good save from Tommy Simkin, just 20 years of age, kept 14 clean sheets for Walsall during the course of the season. The corner's going to have to wait a while because Harry Williams, he slipped to buy Marcus Brown that little bit of space 25 yards out to take the shot away, and he might have done himself a mischief there, Harry Williams, by slipping, and he's getting some treatment. So Wimbledon will have to wait to take this first corner of the game. 0-0, 31 played on TalkSport 2.
Yeah, it looks like as he slipped, he may have just tweaked a calf or a hamstring. I think they're testing one of those down there. He won't want to come off, Williams, that's for sure. But yeah, just that little slip, as you said, allowed Brown that little bit of space and opportunity to get the shot at goal. So
it's become an unofficial drinks break, this, which allows both sets of outfield players, if they wish to come back, take on some fluid on this near touchline and get a bit of impromptu coaching from their respective managers. And pretty much everyone's, even the goalkeeper who made that save, Tommy Simpkins, heading over there now, and it looks like Brandon Comley is being readied to replace Harry Williams if he is unable to continue. We'll have to wait and see on that because Williams is still down. He sat up getting treatment, but it does look like there's going to be a change, and it will actually is going to be Oisin McEntee who's going to get the call at centre half, who came on a free from Darren Ambrose's old club, Newcastle United, but he never made an appearance for the Magpies up there. Hasn't scored yet this season, although he does have a few goals to his name. But it looks like Harry Williams' afternoon is done, Darren Ambrose.
It really does, yeah. He does look in a lot of pain. I'm looking at it. Might even be his Achilles tendon.
It was such an innocuous slip as well, wasn't it?
It's always those that are the worst, and even his players, you can tell his players are worried about him as well. He's looking down at the back of his leg. Something's happened, of course. He'll be gutted, Harry Williams, to come off. He really will in a playoff final, but it looks like he's in a lot of pain, actually.
Yeah, he's having to be helped off by the physio. Gets a pat on the back from the Wimbledon skipper, Jake Reeves. So that is the end of Harry Williams' afternoon, and so the 24-year-old Oisin McEntee will come on to replace him. 3 years a Walsall player. Gets a hug from his manager, Matt Sadler McEntee, and his first job is to defend a corner, Darren Ambrose. Not easy for a centre-half to come on and immediately know who to pick up, where to stand, where to go.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many different things, different scenarios that could happen, but he'll be well prepared down there. The coaching staff would have got McEntee well prepared to get on and defend this corner, but we'll see if the AFC Wimbledon players can get one over Walsall on this corner.
Well, Chilly's been asked to take that corner kick over on the far side in front of the Walsall fans in the east stand away to our left, so it will be a left-footed in-swinger. McEntee's in position, stood on the 6-yard line, just marking zonally for the moment. And here comes AFC Wimbledon's first corner of the game with 11 minutes to half-time, 0-0. Left-footed in-swinger from Tilly, deep to the far post, looking for Stevens. McEntee actually got his head to it first, his first involvement having just come on to make the initial clearance. Walsall do get it further downfield. McEntee again, but it's hooked back towards the penalty area. Liam Gordon lets it bounce and has to hook it back over his head under pressure from Smith. Then it's brought down by Brown. Sturck took the ball off his toe, got caught by Brown, and Walsall can just relax a little bit and have a free kick inside their own half. 0-0 the score. Darren Ambrose.
Well done, Oisin McEntee. I did say he'll be well prepared before he came on, and it was him, headed it clear, headed the corner clear from the 6-yard box, then attacked the second ball, didn't quite get there, and then cleared the resulting ball that followed in. So he was well prepared to come on, and that's exactly what he'd have wanted, straight away getting his head to it.
So free kick for Walsall, smacked downfield by Tommy Simkin, bedecked in all fluorescent yellow today, the Walsall keeper. Drops on halfway, Sturck finds Gordon in the centre circle, early ball trying to release Hall. In a foot race with Harbottle. I was about to say, I've not seen much pressing down the field from either side. The first time we see it, Darren Ambrose, we end up with Jamil Matt hurrying up the AFC Wimbledon keeper to concede a needless throw.
That's it. Both of these teams very, very good at the high press as well. And we've not seen much of this in this match so far, but we see it there. Almost created something for his team.
Brown is dispossessed by Taylor Allen on halfway. Little touch infield from Matt trying to get Jealous away. Put out a play by Walsall. And for the first time really this afternoon, the Walsall fans away to our left getting encouraged by what they've seen from their Sadler's team.
Yeah, I think it could have been a foul on Brown on the halfway line there. It would have been interesting to see what VAR would have done had it gone up the other end and scored, because it looked to be a foul to me. The defender just come through the back of Brown there. I think that would have been given a free kick for me. But yeah, the game's starting to open up a little bit. I think no one wants to make that mistake, do they? No one wants to make that error that could lead to an opportunity or a goal in the 38th minute. I think the managers will be relatively pleased so far.
TalkSport 2, your home of the EFL. This is the League Two Play-Off final for the right to play in the third tier of English football next season. AFC Wimbledon 0, Walsall 0. Nerfield for Wimbledon smacks the ball downfield. Brown trying to get a piece of it, and he's got a piece of it. Stevens has got Smith to his right. Alistair Smith up to the edge of the area, goes to ground as he tried to take the shot, and that allowed Taylor Allen to get across to his man and make the block. So the ball just dribbled through to Tommy Simpkin. Stays 0-0.
I'd have to say it's a terrible pass. It's an awful pass. He just needed to wait a little bit for Hippolyte to run, but he's just rushed into it. It's 3v1 and he's rushed into the pass. If he just attacked the defender and then Hippolyte made the run, he'd have been on goal. I mean, it's good defending in the end by Allen, but I think he just chose the wrong option, rushed into the pass.
0-0. Okagbue fires the ball downfield. Walsall have been forced into a change, remember, through an injury to centre-half Harry Williams. Oyston McKenzie is on in place of him, and he gets his head to the ball as it's sent downfield. Marcus Brown lets it run, and now Nerfel away down the left-hand side for the Londoners. Faced up by Asimwe, goes for the byline, pulls it across the face of goal, but Okagbue calmly takes the touch at the corner of the 6-yard box and then fires it clear, but he won't find Jamil Matt. Instead he finds Joe Lewis, but his ball downfield straight through to Simpkin. Just starting to stretch the game a little bit now as we edge towards the last 6 or 7 minutes of the first half. 0-0.
Yeah, it's becoming end-to-end, isn't it, at the moment? Last 5 minutes of this half, with no real opportunity apart from that one where Hippolyte just made a great run, but the pass just rushed into him. If they'd have just delayed it a little bit, it'd have been one-on-one and probably just slotted it in, but it didn't happen. But no real goal-mouth action, as opposed to just battling all over the pitch. But it's starting to open up.
It's Darren Ambrose, you can hear alongside me Ian Danta. Darren, a man who could still conceivably be legally drunk after Crystal Palace and Tottenham's recent successes, but I'm quite sure he's
and Newcastle
and Newcastle. Yeah, what are you've had? And Birmingham
and
get
Birmingham.
promoted. You are a Birmingham
Charlton.
City legend after all, Charlton. God, just lapping up the success everywhere he goes. Here's Josh Nerfield looking for Hippolyte down the left-hand side. It was well watched by Okagbue. Didn't get fooled by the turn of the player. Still put his foot in and put it out for a throw to AFC Wimbledon. Midway point of the Walsall half. It's a dark afternoon. The recent wonderful weather we've had in the UK, not quite the same today. It's overcast. There's threat of rain in the air. 0-0 the score. Certainly no shadows being formed on the pitch as Joe Lewis has possession. Squares it to his right for Riley Harbottle. Brings the ball over the halfway line. Went through the gears for a moment then, Harbottle, and then stopped. Worked the ball back for Tilley. Now Reeves the captain. Quick ball into Smith. And then Reeves looks for Smith again, who had that chance a moment or so ago. Hippolyte out to the right-hand side and Tilley. Stevens and Brown waiting at the edge of the area, but Wimbledon have still got it on the far right-hand side, nearer the halfway line than the 18-yard box. It's back with Joe Lewis once again. He looks for the diagonal ball to switch it out to the left and to find Nerfield, but headed clear by Asimwe. And now Jealous gets into full stride down the right-hand side, but back comes Nerfield, slides the ball out of play, and Walsall have a throw, 0-0.
I think both managers will be looking at the half-time whistle now, looking to get their players in. Slight tactical changes needed. We did say this two teams evenly matched that could cancel each other out, and it's certainly happened like that at the moment.
Throw in actually goes pretty much straight back out.
Both
again.
managers
Walsall
will be
get another
looking at the
chance to get the
half-time
ball
whistle now.
back into play. Okabue right in front of his own technical area, calmly turns away from Smith, and it's worked back to Simkin, the goalkeeper. Passes back out to Okabue on this near side, the right, and he looks for a diagonal ball. Sturck's made a run through the middle, won't quite get there, just bounces ahead of him and through to Goodman. And another direct ball from Walsall doesn't find its intended target.
Yeah, it was good defending. Harbottle just ushered it back to his goalkeeper. Goodman's always in a good position as well. He's always there. One bounce is normally ending up in his hands. I think they need to tweak that little bit, Walsall. Don't overhit them as they've been doing. Put a bit of backspin on it.
My colleague Perry Groves, big Colchester United fan and former player for the youth, he said that he learnt a lot, Goodman, in that spell he had at the job serve last year before the loan that he got to AFC Wimbledon this year. Played 40 times for his first loan away from Crystal Palace, and he was acknowledged, Owen Goodman, as being key to AFC Wimbledon's first leg win, in particular at Meadow Lane at the start of the playoffs, making 2 or 3 quite outstanding saves to keep the clean sheet. 0-0, 42 minutes played at Wembley Stadium. George Hall trying to barrel his way forward, but 2 Wimbledon players in his way, one of whom was Harbottle, who went down for a moment but doesn't appear to be any the worse for wear. So Goodman has the ball at his feet once again for the Dons. Real nervous tension in the air. There always is on playoff final day. You can't escape it. Who can break the tension? AFC Wimbledon have it. Tilley, centre of the Walsall half, just turns away from the attentions of Hall and Gordon and gives it back to Jake Reeves, who just lofts a pass out to Smith on the right hand side. Smith held up for a moment again by Liam Gordon and George Hall, doing their work behind the ball to try and keep AFC Wimbledon at bay. Johnson out to this left hand side for Nerfield. Hippolyte's out there with him, tries to give it back to Nerfield, but the ball's turned out of play by Alfie Chang for an AFC Wimbledon throw. Darren Ambrose.
I think you're right, Dan. There's a real air of nervousness at the moment. I think, like I said previously, no one wants to make that error. No one wants to be that player to give away possession, to create an opportunity for the opposition. But there comes a point where that's going to happen, and there comes a point when someone needs to take this game by the scruff of the neck and say, I'm going to win this for my side.
AFC Wimbledon 0, Walsall 0 on TalkSport 2. Final minute of the first half. It's going to be a couple of minutes to add on because of that injury to Harry Williams that saw him go off. McKenzie on as a sub for him. Walsall play the ball, Wimbledon rather, play the ball down the right hand side, and James Tilley tried acrobatically to keep it in play with his right heel, but couldn't do so, so Walsall get the throw.
They've handled Tilley really well, actually. The opening 10 minutes, he was probably the biggest threat down the right-hand side for AFC Wimbledon. It's always difficult having that left footer playing on the right-hand side. He loves to cut back in and deliver those with his left foot, but they've handled him really, really well.
3 minutes have been added on by our referee, Will Finney, and pretty much all of that will be for that injury for Williams. And it's going to be a long throw coming into the Walsall box now from Riley Harbottle from a bit further out this time. The first couple were nearer the 18-yard line. This is almost back at the midway point of the Walsall half on the AFC Wimbledon right. Harbottle up to the touchline, hurls it into the near post, headed away by one of the smallest men on the pitch, Gordon, at the near post, breaks back into the area. Stevens trying to get the turn and shot, and it's poked behind by Taylor Allen for a corner kick to AFC Wimbledon in added time at the end of the first half. 0-0.
It's just scrappy, isn't it? Those long throws, those set plays, these corners, it's scrappy in the box, and no one can really, it doesn't break to anyone apart from the defenders at the moment, down both ends. But it's a corner, can they make something? And what a time to get a goal.
Tilley again will take it. There's a whole clutch of players in both red and blue around the penalty spot, and the referee wants a word with pretty much all of them before he'll let the corner kick be taken in that southeast corner opposite us. So a left-footed entry to come from James Tilley. Only one Wimbledon player in the 6-yard box, that's Smith. In it comes Harbottle, might get his head to it at the far post. Headed up in the air by Okagbue. Reeves tries to head the ball back into the Walsall box, headed away again by Okagbue, fired in from distance, comes out to the edge of the area. Oh, what a goal! Miles Hippolyte struck it from the edge of the D. It went through a crowd of players, beyond Simpkin, and right on half-time, AFC Wimbledon hit the front through Miles Hippolyte. What a farm hit from the edge of the area. Brilliant goal to set AFC Wimbledon on their way. Right on half-time, it's AFC Wimbledon 1, Walsall 0.
What an amazing strike. Miles Hippolyte, we just said what a time to score this would be for AFC Wimbledon. The ball came in, it was a good strike initially, blocked by the Walsall defender, come out, first time, side volley, left foot, Miles Hippolyte. Goalkeeper had no chance. I'm just seeing the replay, it was an outstanding strike. The first one, good strike, was going wide, it was blocked. That's lovely, hard and low, hit it into the ground, because you've got a chance. It was Brown was the first opportunity, come back out, Miles Hippolyte with a wonderful strike, and Simpkin had no chance.
That's his third goal of the season. Miles Hippolyte, who joined last July from Stockport County. That could be the biggest goal of his professional career. It's given AFC Wimbledon a 1-goal lead as we're set to go into half-time at Wembley Stadium. Disbelief to our right-hand side, the 28,000 or so AFC Wimbledon fans with a bit more belief. A lot of the Walsall fans have already drifted off to the concourses to get their half-time drinks and lick their wounds. George Hall, as Walsall try and respond before the half-time whistle goes. Asimwe down this near side, the right. Nerfield forcing him back. Still manages to play the ball in field to Jellis. Jellis finds Hall inside right channel. Chance to work the ball into the box. The far post is Liam Gordon. Brings it down, faced up by Tilley. Tries to get the cross in, hits it against his trailing leg and goes behind for a goal kick to AFC Wimbledon. And that may mean that the Dons take a 1-0 lead in at half-time, Darren Ambrose.
Everything changes now, both managers, every team took that changes for both of them. Matt Sadler, Johnny Jackson will be absolutely delighted. All they have to do is keep a clean sheet and they're in League One. It's an outstanding goal. I keep watching the replay. Miles Hippolyte, beautiful left foot side volley into the goal, and the game has to change now for both sides.
And there goes the half-time whistle at Wembley Stadium. Well, it was tight and it was tense and it was low on chances during the course of the first half. And in fairness to AFC Wimbledon, they'd come closest in the opening 45 minutes with a shot from Alistair Smith that was well saved by Tommy Simpkin. But Simpkin could do nothing about Miles Hippolyte's brilliant strike through a crowd of players from the edge of the area as Walsall failed to clear their lines from a Wimbledon corner. And so Johnny Jackson and AFC Wimbledon are 45 minutes away from League One football next season. At the break on TalkSport 2, it is AFC Wimbledon 1, Walsall 0.
Well, that goal meant the roof came.
Hello everyone and welcome. Yes, what a first half already. An injured player and loads of other things happening in that game. But there you have it. Wimbledon are winning the game. Will they find a way to actually win the whole game? Or Walsall come back and completely try and upset Wimbledon? Let's find out. Let's find out in the second half. It's half time. Wimbledon 1, Walsall 0. Hello everyone, welcome. I'm just want to let you guys know that in the next upcoming streams, there's a lot of streams coming up. Some of the streams when I do the club friendlies, you will be hearing me doing the live commentating. So that means I'll be doing the live commentating, and where I try to do the live commentating for you guys. Just because there's no live commentating for those games, because it is the pre-season and there won't be any live streams for those. Well, there will be live streams for those because there's one for Manchester United. So guys, so that is my announcement, just to let you guys know. I'm sorry that I'm stuttering and I've got a really bad blocked nose, so my nose is really inflamed, so my speech is a bit rubbish, but when I'm 100%, I will be talking normally. So guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you all in a bit, because actually as well, it is Wimbledon 1, Walsall 0. Let's see if Walsall can beat them, or can Wimbledon win? Let's find out after the break. Hello everyone, welcome. And it is Wimbledon 1, Walsall 1. No, nil. I'm very sorry, but can I just say, welcome to Robotic Maniac. See you after the break.
All the time in the dressing room.
Simpkin Jamil Matt, the captain, but it's comfortably headed away by Harbottle. But Walsall pick it back up on halfway with Liam Gordon. Gordon sends it forward to Hall. Hall, he's managed to turn his man and gets away down the left-hand side of the area. Tries to feed the crossing. Brilliant block from Tilley, stopping the ball from getting into the area. Walsall then lose out in midfield as Sturt couldn't control it. Lovely turn by Marcus Brown. Feeds it out to Smith on this near side. Back it goes to Tilley. And then Tilley, oh, very neat ball in field to find Reeves in space, and he can just calmly stroke it across from right to left for Ryan Johnson.
Yeah, I like Tilley. I've been really impressed. Like I said, they've handled him reasonably well. He was the key player in the opening 15 minutes for AFC Wimbledon, but a lovely bit of play, so composed.
Ball over the top, down the right-hand side for AFC Wimbledon. Can't find Stevens. It just bounces through to Tommy Simpkin. AFC Wimbledon only used 25 players, the fewest in League Two this season. You think of Aston Villa winning the league title, Darren Ambrose, in 1981, using just 14 players across the whole season. But in modern day terms, 25 only is very impressive to keep such a close-knit squad together for Johnny Jackson. Ball's back on halfway. McKenty will find Taylor Allen. Allen up to the edge of the area, just went beyond George Hall, but that pressurised Joe Lewis into clearing the ball behind for a Walsall corner early in this second half in front of their own fans. 1-0 Wimbledon.
Yeah, perfect start of this second half, exactly what they wanted. Walsall, get the set pieces, get the long throws, see if you can create something in the box.
Alfie Chang is going to take it. There's a right old cluster of players in red and blue in and around the penalty spot. They now split as Chang sends the corner in. Comfortable claim at his near post for Owen Goodman, the Wimbledon goalkeeper.
I mean, it's comfortable play, but it's also a poor delivery. It's the one thing you don't want. Don't hit the front man and don't put it into the goalie's arms. And it was comfortable from Goodman, just caught it easily.
Good ball from Asimwe down the right hand side for Walsall. Jellis down by the corner flag, forces a throw. Now Harry Williams isn't out there for the long throw now, so Asimwe's taking it short and gets it back. Feeds the ball into the box. Matt at the near post, cleared off the line by Harbottle. Comes out to Liam Gordon down the left hand side of the area, fed across the face of goal. Brilliant cross from Allen. Nobody there in red to tuck it away, and Wimbledon's goal leads a charmed life at the start of this second half. Stays 1-0 to the Dons.
Firstly, what a cross we've just seen from Allen. Put it in and no one's there. I know they've just had a chance, but Jamil Matt, you've had a chance. Get out. Get yourself out and get ready for the delivery to come in, because it was a great delivery. But Jamil Matt's chance as well just kind of stopped on the goal line and allowed Harbottle to get back and clear it. It's a great movement in the box, Jamil Matt. Got in front of the defender, played it, and it just spun on the goal line. I don't even think it was going to go over the line dance.
I think you're right. The spin on the ball was certainly in Harbottle's favour and allowed him to get behind the ball and hoof it clear. But that's encouragement for Walsall, who are 1-0 down here in the early stages of the second half of this EFL League Two Play-Off final on TalkSport 2. Liam Gordon, a few step overs from him, trying to get away from Tilley down the left hand side, leaves it for Allen. First time ball to the far post, but it's overhit and goes out on the full for a Wimbledon goal kick. But the fans away to our left hand side in that Walsall end, well, that's given them a bit of a tonic at the start of the second half, even if they're still one down.
Yeah, so much better, so much better. We expected this. Walsall's come out firing, come out fast. They have to get a goal. And this, I'm just seeing the replay as well. It was the spin. It wasn't even going over the line. It was great movement, Jamil Matt. Harbottle anticipated that he was going to get there first, got back on the goal line to clear it. But it's a much better opening 5 minutes by Walsall.
Simway's gone down after an aerial challenge from Marcus Brown, and a head injury means he's going to need some treatment. Nathan Asimwe. Must have been a 50-50 call for Matt Sadler whether to keep Asimwe in the side or give Connor Barrett his shirt back on that right-hand side. But Asimwe, thankfully, is back on his feet and doesn't need treatment, so it'll be an uncontested drop ball for Walsall, midway point of their own half. This is your home of the EFL, TalkSport 2. We brought you every single playoff game, live and exclusive. Sunderland and Charlton already victorious this weekend, and when you look at that playing surface, you would have no idea that 2 games of football, full-blooded Championship and League One football, have been played on that surface down beneath us. It's still like every blade of grass cut with a pair of scissors, Darren Ambrose.
Yeah, incredible. It's like carpet. A lot of these players won't be used to playing on surfaces like this, and they should be really enjoying it, cherishing these moments. But not just cherishing it. If you're Walsall, you've got to get back into it. It's comfortable at the moment for AFC Wimbledon.
Well, they fired a long ball down the Walsall right to try and get Jamie Jealous away, but Ryan Johnson was comfortably goal side, and so it will be a goal kick to the Dons, away to our left, to be taken by Owen Goodman. Lewis is waiting for a short pass, but instead it's going to be fired downfield by the left foot of Goodman. It's going to be straight to the head of Okagbue, gets a good head on it, tries to flick it forward via Jealous to Matt. Head tennis between 2 players. Hall's gone down, and so too has Harbottle, and he's holding his head. And the referee's got to stop this, because he stopped the game a moment ago for Asimwe, and now it's Harbottle that's gone down with a head injury.
I mean, he's got to stop that, the referee. He's 3 yards away. You can see he's holding his head. I think there's blood as well, by the way, but how he's not seen from 3 yards out, Will Finney, just kind of let them play on. He has to stop it. If it's head injury, you've got to stop it.
Well, Harbottle is going to get treatment. It gives me a chance to remind you that we bring you the Europa Conference League final on Wednesday. Real Betis against Chelsea. Adrian Durham will be out in Wroclaw with Sam Matapace and Scott Minto. Then we've got the Champions League final on Saturday. Adrian's going to be hot-footing it from Poland across the border into Germany to go to the Allianz Arena, where it'll be Paris Saint-Germain against Inter Milan. And he'll be joined by Jim Proudfoot and Stuart Pearce for that one. Rain starting to team down here at Wembley Stadium. I said that rain was in the air a little earlier, and it is proper hosing it down at the National Stadium right now. Also a reminder that we've got England's World Cup qualifier in Andorra on the 7th of June. Jim Proudfoot and Stuart Pearce will be out there with Adrian, and then a friendly against Senegal at the City Ground the following Tuesday the 10th. And then in July the Women's Euros gets underway with Switzerland-Norway on Wednesday the 2nd of July on TalkSport. England's campaign on Saturday the 5th of July against the French, and Tash Dowie will be alongside Joe Shannon for all of England's big games. Now Riley Harbottle is still down getting treatment. He's sat up. There might be a change on the bench. There's change of the seating here, because lots of people are deciding to move from the front 10 rows and make themselves a bit drier, because when you're sitting in the front 10 rows at Wembley Stadium and it starts hosing it down like this, there is nowhere to hide, Darren Ambrose.
I've never been so happy to be sat inside at the moment. You just see a sea of people just moving up the stadium, apart from one gentleman to my left who is relishing it. I think the top might be coming off in a minute as well. It's really coming down, actually, and this will make an intriguing last part of this match. The ball will be zipping around. You've got to get your shots off from distance early, keep them hard and low. And that's what Miles Hippolyte did in the first half. Matt Sadler asking the Walsall fans to give a bit more, and they're responding to our left. In fairness to them, still Harbottle sat down, although he's been bandaged up and he's back on his feet, but he's going to have to go off for a minimum 30 seconds once play restarts. Here on your home with the EFL, 10 minutes gone in the second half at Wembley.
AFC Wimbledon 1-0 up on Walsall as they were at the break. And don't forget, next season even more EFL action across the network, including Championship, League One, League Two, Football League Trophy and the EFL Cup. We love it and we can't wait to bring you more of it. Play back underway, so AFC Wimbledon temporarily down to 10. Asimwe for Walsall, fires the ball in field for Chang. Gordon's calling for it on this left-hand side and will get it. There is a gap that AFC Wimbledon are trying to plug in the temporary absence of Harbottle. Gordon can't bring the ball down out of the sky. Smith gets it half clear and then again whacks it downfield right-footed. But it's tidied up by Taylor Allen. Always find the ball straight into the path of Alistair Smith down the right-hand side. He tried to thread it up to Brown at the edge of the area, but it was deflected out of play for an AFC Wimbledon throw. 1-0 to the Dons.
Yeah, that's unlucky, that, Smith. He almost found Brown, tried to zip it into his feet. If he did, he would just need to turn and he'd been on goal, but I think it was Sturck just intercepted the pass. It's good play.
Harbottle is back involved and he takes the throw short to Tilley. Back in field it goes. Reeves with a lovely swirling cross into the area. Confusion inside the Walsall box. Stevens heads it down, driven goalwards by Brown, and again a desperate clearance from Alfie Chang this time. And now it's Nerfil on the far side whipping up the Wimbledon fans, trying to give them a second win. 1-0 Wimbledon.
Oh, they've certainly got the second win. Look at them, Nerfil saying come on, let's have it. Absolutely brilliant. Marcus Brown's getting some great positions in the box, by the way. It's good defending once again by the Walsall players. Lovely blocks in there, but you can't keep allowing him to get these opportunities, this space inside the box.
Harbottle brings the ball down in the centre circle, feeds it up to Matty Stevens. Stevens trying to get the better of his man, gets the benefit of a ricochet, and it's worked back to Reeves just inside the Walsall half. Wimbledon trying to re-establish a bit of dominance, but Walsall won it back. Jamil Matt on halfway, can't get the better of his man. He looks tired to me, Jamil Matt, the Walsall number 9. Ball breaks for Jamie Jellis, knocks it back for Asimwe, and he will turn and fire the ball back to his goalkeeper Tommy Simkin. Early ball for McKenty on as a first half substitute. Okagbue to his right, one of the other Walsall centre halves. It's a lovely diagonal pass out to this near side for Liam Gordon, brings the ball down on his thigh, tries to trick Tilley, thinks he was fouled. No one of the officials agrees with him, and it's given us an AFC Wimbledon throw-in. 1-0.
No, I don't think it was a foul either on Gordon. I think he scooped it past Tilley and he knew it was going off, so he just made an effort to just fall over. I think it was the right decision. No foul.
Harbottle hurls the ball down the right-hand side for AFC Wimbledon. Kept in play by Brown on this near touchline, and he's won another throw off McKenty. Strong work from Marcus Brown once again, who joined in January from Oxford United. Another former West Ham player. Although Darren Ambrose keeps his West Ham opinions to himself on this occasion. Long throw to come from Harbottle into the Walsall box. Albert Adoma is being readied down beneath us at 37 years young to come on for the Saddlers. Here comes the throw from Harbottle into the near post, headed away by Allen, but brought down by Tilley down the right hand side of the area. Leaves it for Harbottle, first time cross, volleyed clear by Allen once again, but it comes out to Reeves. The Wimbledon captain plays a 1-2, snakes his way up to the edge of the area, tries a right-footed drive that wasn't that far over Simpkins' crossbar, but always rising. Goal kick Walsall. AFC Wimbledon lead by a goal to nil.
Yeah, just has to hit it hard and low. We're talking about the surface now. Jake Reeves hit it hard and low. He's gone for the spectacular into the far top corner. You just need to zip it along the ground and see where that would come. But I'm seeing Matt Sadler as well. Levi Amanchi was warming up. He's telling him to get ready. I think we're going to see some changes really, really soon.
I just mentioned a moment ago that I thought Jamil Matt was looking tired out there. Maybe that could be one of the changes. Meantime, Jellis heads it back to McKenty. Back it goes to the Walsall keeper Simkin. We're approaching the hour mark on your home of the EFL, TalkSport 2. AFC Wimbledon just over half an hour away from League One football after 3 seasons away. It's going to be 3 changes for Walsall, 2 actually, sorry. Amanchi and Adoma going to be coming on. We'll find out who's coming off in just a moment. Meantime, Walsall trying to win possession on halfway, but it's back with AFC Wimbledon in there. All blue strip. Reeves works it down the left hand side for Nerfil, but a heavy touch from him allowed Asimwe to get it partly clear, but AFC Wimbledon working really hard when out of possession, Darren Ambrose, and really tigerishly winning it back.
Yeah, you can see why they've got such a good defensive record. As a team, as a unit, they're so compact. It's so difficult to break them down at the moment. And like I said, apart from that chance with Jamil Matt, they've looked really comfortable in this opening 15 minutes of second half.
We brought you this with the semi-final second leg at Plough Lane last weekend, when AFC Wimbledon took a 2-goal advantage against Notts County and then shut up shop. Admittedly, Notts County without two of their first choice strikers in Jatta and McGoldrick, but all the same, very impressive compact defensive performance, and they're doing that again so far here today, AFC Wimbledon. And they've got Stevens in down the left hand side of the area, back out to the left hand side. Nerfield trying to beat Asimwe, who puts it behind for a corner kick to AFC Wimbledon, although the offside flag has gone up against Nerfield, so it'll be a free kick to Walsall, and that will allow the double change to be made. Albert Adoma and Levi Amanchi are going to be coming on. First player off is Jamie Jellis, who's going to make way for Albert Adoma, who set up the second goal for that 4-goal aggregate win against Chesterfield in the semi-finals. And Jellis is going off on the far side to speed up the change as Adoma comes onto the field. What a career he's had. A bit of QPR, 600 appearances, and Jamil Matt is the other player that's coming up. That's no great surprise to me, Darren Ambrose.
No, he did. He looked tired. Apart from that opportunity that he had early in this second half, he's not really done much. Can't really get into the game, mainly down to the defending of AFC Wimbledon. But Levi Amanchi, Albert Adoma, they'll offer something different. Adoma with his experience in big games, and Amanchi just looking to make an impact.
Won the championship playoffs back in 2018, Albert Adoma. Now way down the left-hand side for Walsall goes George Hall. Hall up to the dead ball line, faced up by Harbottle, can't get round him. Good defending by Harbottle. Anywhere will do for AFC Wimbledon, and it's Smith who hooks it clear. Brought down by Chang, hooks it back over his head towards the AFC Wimbledon penalty area. Only half cleared by Wimbledon. Back on halfway with David Okagbue for Walsall. Slides the ball down the right-hand side looking for Adoma. Good defending, Joe Lewis. Puts it out of play for a throw in the end, but showed good strength shoulder to shoulder with Adoma.
It's been fantastic defending. Harbottle about a minute earlier. This time Joe Lewis, who was sensational in the semi-final as well. It's just, you can't see them scoring at the moment. Obviously Amanchi needs to get into the game really quickly, as does Albert Adoma.
Here is Adoma, right-hand side of the area, hooks it across. It bounces almost for George Hall, but AFC Wimbledon do enough, and it's Johnson who hooks it clear. Amanchi, who arrived from Bromley in January, scored 4 goals in his fledgling EFL career. You're listening to AFC Wimbledon 1, Walsall 0. Here's Amanchi in the area, trying to get past Lewis, can't lob it over the head of Goodman. He was well placed. Lewis was turned for a moment, but Amanchi was goal side, inside the box, but he shot straight at Goodman. Stays 1-0.
I'll have to say, first and foremost, it was a poor effort from Amanchi. I don't even know what he's trying to go. He wasn't even that far off his line. Goodman, he's tried to lob him. But secondly, it was defending Joe Lewis. Yes, he did get turned. He just did enough to nudge him and put him off.
Taylor under pressure in the other box now for Walsall, but he gets set to clear lovely ball. Adoma, what's he doing, trying to flick with the outside of his heel to try and find a teammate, but he could have just trapped it and held it up on halfway. Instead it's an AFC Wimbledon throw, 1-0.
That's that inexperience from Albert Adoma.
Yard line, and Adoma's there to tidy up and find Gordon, who just lobs it downfield, asking Amanchi to give chase. He's quick, but Joe Lewis was just quick enough to get there first. But then Asimwe trying to get in front of Nerfield, puts the ball out of play for a throw. Well, that's interesting for the Wimbledon centre-halves to deal with, because they'll now know, if they've not seen Levi Amanchi before, that he's rapid.
Yeah, he had a burst of pace there, didn't he? I think it put a bit of fear into the AFC Wimbledon defenders, and they're knowing now that if they go a little bit too high, he could get in over the top. But if you're Walsall, you've got to know that as well. Put him over the top.
Amanchi scored against his old club Chesterfield to settle the tie at the Bescot in the second leg. Ball's played forward looking for Adoma, but Lewis comfortably there for AFC Wimbledon down the far left-hand side. Ball somehow stays in play tight to that far touchline. Headed in field by McKenzie, flicked on by Sturk. It will drop for Hall on the halfway line, but he's being immediately set upon by Reeves. AFC Wimbledon have it back, and then Reeves is dispossessed, and Hall's away down the right-hand side. Amanchi going into the area. Adoma, right-hand side of the box, won't get there because the ball was telegraphed a little, and Joe Lewis again could get there first for AFC Wimbledon. 1-0 to the Dons.
Chose the wrong option. He should have crossed it into the box. Amanchi was there. Gordon was coming in at the back post. Tried to feed a little ball to Adoma. Not
Gordon,
good enough.
Down the left-hand side for Walsall. Oh, the player slipped. Tilly, but then Liam Gordon couldn't take it past him, and Tilly somehow kept the ball between his feet, got to his feet and got the ball clear.
He slipped over and Gordon just dribbled straight into him when he had the opportunity to take him either inside or outside.
Quarter of the game to go.
It's opening up now, Dance. It's getting lively.
AFC Wimbledon 1, Walsall 0. Here's George Hall, another lovely turn, midway point of the half, gets up to the edge of the area, went for goal, it was blocked by Harbottle, and goes behind for a corner kick to Walsall away to our left. 1-0 to the Dons.
Fantastic block, Harbottle. I think he's hurt. He's either hurt or he's got cramp. I mean, it's still early in the game to get cramp, but it shows how hard they're defending, how hard they're working for one another. It's a great block.
So I mentioned earlier that no team in League Two scored more goals from set pieces this season than Walsall. 25 across the regular season, and they've got a corner away to our left at the east stand, taken by Taylor Allen, deep to the far post, headed down and away by Okagbue for a goal kick, and he was scrapping for possession with Ryan Johnson, and the referee sees that as, it might even be a free kick that he's given there for the challenge between Okagbue and Johnson, but all the same, it's another chance gone begging for Walsall. It's going to be a change for Wimbledon, and Isaac Ogundere, who came on in the semi-final second leg as a defender, is going to be brought on by Johnny Jackson, just getting a slap on his back from his manager here. 68 minutes gone on TalkSport 2. AFC Wimbledon 1, Walsall 0 in the League Two Play-Off final. Darren Ambrose.
It's now or never. It's getting to the point where it's now or never. Not got long left of this match. It's been a lot better this half from Walsall. They're really trying to take it to AFC Wimbledon, but they're still looking comfortable. You can see why they're so good in defence. They've got such a good shape, so hard to break down. They've got the different options now. Amanchi up front with his pace, but they're not using it. They had an opportunity a second ago. The defenders are so high up the pitch, the Wimbledon defenders. Put it over the top, give him a race. I'd love to see that happen, but they keep choosing the wrong options.
Well, Darren, you mentioned the potential for cramp for Riley Harbottle, and he has been the man who's been withdrawn to allow Ogundere to come on to replace him. AFC Wimbledon have the ball just inside the Walsall box. Nerfield, great save by Simpkin at his near post, and it's volleyed clear by Chang, and now George Hall is racing after it. Lewis again, the first man there for AFC Wimbledon, but certainly Josh Nerfield tested the reflexes of Tommy Simpkin there.
Oh, again, Dance, we talk about moments. I think he's chosen the wrong one again. Marcus Brown was in the 6-yard box on his own. He just had to revert. Look, I don't blame him for shooting. He was one-on-one, but if he reversed it, it's a tap-in for Brown. It's 2-0 if he does that.
Well, Brown just won a free kick quite cleverly off Taylor Allen, should I say. And it's a free kick to AFC Wimbledon, midway point of the Walsall half to the right of centre. And a chance for, I'm assuming, Tilly, or maybe Reeves in actual fact, to just tease the ball into the Walsall 18-yard box and see what happens. Walsall are lining up at the 18-yard line. One or two AFC Wimbledon players standing in an offside position. And we're just seeing a replay again of Josh Nerfield, who scored a wonderful lob from that sort of position in the semi-final second leg against Notts County. Left-hand side of the box near the corner of the 6-yard area. He went for power rather than placement this time. Beaten away by the left hand of Tommy Simpkin. But here's the free kick for AFC Wimbledon, out on their inside right channel. Reeves standing over it. Crucial moment in this game, 20 minutes to go. Wimbledon 1 goal to the good. Wembley holds its breath. Reeves steps up, right-footed. Really good delivery to the far post, headed away by Okagbue. Had to make that and did. Brown picks it up left-hand side. Can the ball be sent back into the box? It can. Stevens is at the far post, tries to get a diving header away, but he was off balance and it went comfortably behind for a Walsall goal kick. So less than 20 to go at the National Stadium, and AFC Wimbledon, as they were right on half-time, lead by a goal to nil.
Yeah, I'm looking down and I'm seeing Walsall bench. They're going to make some more changes, and I think, like we said, it's now or never. 20 minutes to go plus stoppage time. They need to come up with something, and again, it's comfortable. It's good delivery by the free kick by Jake Reeves as well. They're just good defending.
Ball sent forward looking for Adoma, just couldn't bring the ball down on his chest, and now AFC Wimbledon firing forward to Matty Stevens, but he just couldn't get the better of McKenty, who did really well, judged the bounce of the ball better than the Wimbledon striker and got it out of harm's way for a throw.
Just never looked comfortable, Matty Stevens there. I think it just it knocked up off his foot, but he didn't look comfortable. He's not looked comfortable all afternoon when he's got in front of goal. See in the replay here, he's onside. It's a great run, it's a good delivery as well, good ball, but he just kind of stops and pauses and allows the defenders to get back.
Charlie Lakin and Connor Barrett going to be coming on for Walsall in a few moments' time. Another double change being readied by Matt Sadler, who tosses the ball to Albert Adoma bang on halfway. He leaves it in turn for Liam Gordon to take the throw for Walsall, who trail by a goal to nil. If you're just tuning into the League Two Play-Off final live here on your home of the EFL TalkSport 2, Miles Hippolyte has the goal that, as things stand, takes Johnny Jackson's AFC Wimbledon up into League One after 3 seasons at League Two level. But here's George Hall trying to get in behind the Wimbledon backline. The ball over the top just skips through to Owen Goodman. Good starting position from the Wimbledon goalkeeper. Could scurry to the edge of his box and claim the loose ball. Oh,
I've been really impressed with Goodman today. His positioning, as you said, I spoke about it in the first half. He's always there. One bounce, he is there. And he's looked so comfortable. He's been one of their standout players this season. I've been really, really impressed this afternoon.
That's Birmingham City legend Darren Ambrose, you can hear alongside me. Don't laugh. Throw into Walsall left-hand side for Taylor Allen, but I think the changes are going to be made now before the throw can be taken. And Alfie Chang is being withdrawn to allow Charlie Lakin to come and join from Burton last July. Former Birmingham City Academy graduate. Scored in the second leg with a header against Chesterfield. And the obvious change to bring Connor Barrett on would be to take Nathan Asimwe off on the right-hand side, and that's exactly what Matt Sadler's done. Yeah, and now that's it. It's all or nothing now for Walsall. They've got, 18, 17 minutes plus added time to go, and he's really going for it, Matt Sadler. Made all his substitutions, one enforced in the first half, but they have to go for it, and Connor Barrett has got 17 minutes to make something happen. 8 assists for Barrett for Walsall this season. He missed the last few games because of a 3-match ban, picked up for a red card at Accrington Stanley towards the end of the regular season. He's the first choice on that right-hand side in this Walsall system. AFC Wimbledon trying to protect the ball out for what they thought was their throw, but it's a Walsall throw that's been given on this left-hand side. Walsall in all red, attacking the east stand to our left, looking for an equaliser. It's thrown in by Allen. Flicked on by Amanchi, trying to get either Hall or Adoma in behind, but again, Wimbledon there to deal with it and get it out of play. Seconds tick by, which will feel like hours for AFC Wimbledon supporters and will feel like milliseconds for the Sadlers fans. Here is McKenty, out to Okagbue, just shy of the halfway line. Along the deck it goes, out to Barrett, first touch having come on, clips it back into his own half for McKenty. Gordon's in space on this near side of the left. That's who McKenty's trying to find with a diagonal ball, and the defenders missed the header. Gordon up to the left hand corner of the box, plays it across the face of Gordon. It's just beyond Amanchi and goes behind for a goal kick to AFC Wimbledon as Tilley got caught under the flight of the ball. Gordon got ahead of him, tried to wrap his foot round it and find Levi Amanchi, but it was just ahead of the striker. 1-0 Wimbledon.
Yeah, I mean, that's the first time that's really worked, but it's a missed header. by Tilly on the right-hand side. Normally he just clears that, but it's the first time Gordon gets in, tries the one just in between the goalkeeper and the defenders, just overhit it. I thought at first it may have come off the defender, but the slightest of touches to take it away from Amanchi.
It's a half chance though for Walsall. Stays 1-0 to AFC Wimbledon. 15 minutes to go on TalkSport 2. Here's Marcus Brown, twisting and turning, finding Matty Stevens 25 yards out, back to goal. Brown goes back out to the right-hand side, and Tilly got 2 or 3 Walsall players around him. One of them's Adoma, who's put it out for a throw on this near side. No Harbottle out there now to take long throws, so Ogundiri looks like he's going to take the responsibility with the throw in. Looking for an option short. Smith actually comes short to within 10 yards of him, and it's played down the right-hand side of the box by Ogundiri, but Gordon can let it go out of play, and Walsall are in a real hurry to get the ball back into play, but they're going to have to wait because there's going to be a change made by AFC Wimbledon. Josh Kelly is going to come on for Matty Stevens, so that's another game without a goal for their top scorer, Matty Stevens. He won't care if AFC Wimbledon go on to win, but Josh Kelly is coming on to replace him and joined in February from Solihull Moors, having started his career at Maidenhead, but he himself hasn't scored since January the 2nd. So he's on, Stevens is off, and we have 14 minutes left to play on TalkSport 2. 1-0 Wimbledon, Walsall with a goal kick.
I just think it's fresh legs. Now Kelly coming on. I think Matty Stevens, he's never looked comfortable when he gets in front of goal at the moment. That's just the barren spell he's on. But there's just, you need fresh legs up there, and then you say, like, put me in the corners, let me chase lost causes, and I think that's what he's going to do, Kelly.
Ogundiri inside his own half of Wimbledon, finds his captain Reeves, gets it again. Ogundiri will chip it down the right hand side onto the head of McKenty, gets it clear. Gordon for Walsall tries to head it downfield. There was a foul on Lakin by Smith that's given Walsall a belated free kick midway point of their own half. Lakin fated like he was going to take it, but instead he's going to leave it for Taylor Allen. Time running out for Matt Sadler and his team. Darren Byfield just out there advising his manager. He's the man that scored Walsall's winner back in 2001 in a playoff final at League One level against Reading in a 3-2 win. George Hall drifting out to the right hand side, wins a throw for Walsall 10 yards from the corner flag, and a chance to get the ball into the danger area. Barrett takes the throw quickly over the head of the defender, and then Reeves has to come across and head it behind for a Walsall corner. 1-0 Wimbledon.
Yeah, and the Walsall supporters are really trying to build their team, trying to lift them a little bit. It's gone a little bit flat the last 5-10 minutes, but now this corner, they need to make something happen. Almost did it on the last corner.
Taylor Allen again to deliver from that far side for Walsall. Left-footed in swinger, delivery onto the 6-yard line, headed out by Marcus Brown. Great defensive header, but Walsall win possession back. Lakin works it back for Gordon, the last man, at the edge of the centre circle. He gives it back to Charlie Lakin. He will feed the ball into the air, or at least will try to. The cross was blocked by Hippolyte, and AFC Wimbledon might be able to bring it clear here. And there was a foul by Albert Adoma to prevent the counter-attack. I don't think he's going to be booked, but that felt like taking one for the team for Albert Adoma to stop what could have been an AFC Wimbledon counter-attack. 79 gone on TalkSport 2, Wimbledon 1, Walsall 0.
I mean, I think that could be a book. That should have been a booking, Albert Adoma. As you said, stopped a promising attack. Marcus Brown came, he turned. It was a clash of legs, but he's stopped the counter-attack, and in my book, that should have been a yellow card.
More live sport this week. Don't forget Chelsea in Betis on Wednesday, or in Wroclaw, I should say, against Betis. We've got darts on Thursday as well on TalkSport. The final night of the Premier League at the O2 in London from 7 p.m. on TalkSport. AFC Wimbledon in possession, trying to get the ball down the right-hand side of the box. It's going to be headed behind by Sturck for an AFC Wimbledon corner to our right-hand side in front of those 28,000 AFC Wimbledon fans who are starting to believe, Darren Ambrose.
Yeah, and they should be, because they're looking really comfortable at the moment. And we know it only takes one opportunity, one moment, but Walsall, one of those players, need to stand up and be counted, because if they don't score, they're not getting promoted. But this will be interesting.
10 minutes to go, 1-0 Wimbledon. They have a corner away to our right to be taken by James Tilley, a left-footed in swinger. Lewis is at the far post, looking for the delivery to that far post. Simpkin comes out and pushes it away to the far side. and then it's kept in play by Amanchi. Anywhere will do for McKenty. Hall was on halfway, well defended by AFC Wimbledon, and then Okagbue slices his attempted clearance downfield horribly into those AFC Wimbledon fans on the far side, and it's a throw to the London side.
And they can just relax. Wimbledon, they can relax, they can take their time. Any opportunity just to get those seconds ticking away, they'll take. Absolutely, what in the last 10 minutes of this match, plus whatever is going to be added. And again, they're not really creating much, Walsall. And when they do, Goodman looks really comfortable.
Throw in from the left-hand side for AFC Wimbledon. Reeves out to Nerfil, hugging that far left-hand touchline, but he had no room to work in and just dragged the ball out of play in the end, trying to roll his foot on the ball. And so Walsall get a throw in, but time is against the side from the M6. Matt Sadler, who lost in a playoff final a long time ago, has just seen a foul throw from David Okagbue, trying to get the ball back into play. Ball slipped out of his hands, and it's given us an AFC Wimbledon throw. How's your look? How is your look?
It's not been a great couple of minutes from Okagbue. Sliced the ball out of play, and now he's gone to throw it in. I don't even know what's happened there, Dan. It's hit him on the back, slipped out his hand, foul throw.
Lewis clips it down the Wimbledon left, looking for a teammate. The ball is going to be kept in play quite brilliantly down that left-hand side by Hippolyte. He went to ground, wanted a free kick, looked straight at the referee, who said nothing. Great turn from Nerfil, gets the ball back into the Walsall box, but it's cleared away by Lakin. Hall trying to make something of the second ball, gets out to the far right-hand side, but a sliding challenge from Miles Hippolyte means he doesn't get any further. Remember, Walsall spent 81% of the regular season in an automatic promotion spot and had 119 days in succession at the top of the table from December through to April. Now they're staring down the barrel of having to do it all again next season at League Two level.
It's a lovely place to win, horrible place to lose, Wembley, everyone says it. I think Walsall's second youngest squad this season, only behind Crewe. And it's showing as well, the experience of AFC Wimbledon are showing.
So throw into Walsall in their own half, left-hand side, midway point of it, just in front of us. Taylor Allen gets some distance on the throw, looking for the flick on from Amanchi. Did get something of a flick onto it, but Adoma couldn't profit from it. It's back with Adoma on halfway, cushions a neat ball down for Liam Gordon. Gordon just lofts it down the left-hand side. Amanchi gets the flick on, but it won't break for George Hall, but Amanchi swiftly in to win the seconds back. Adoma twisting and turning down this left-hand side, faced up by Ogundiri, goes to ground. Adoma somehow has kept the ball at his feet, and finally the ball goes over the dead ball line, but not before the referee has given a foul for Albert Adoma, as Ogundiri challenged him too fiercely. Here's a free kick opportunity for Walsall that's almost as good as a corner. 1-0 Wimbledon.
I don't think that's a foul, in my opinion. I don't know what they're expecting the defenders to do. Albert Adoma's got it in his legs. He's not letting it clear. He's laying on the floor over the ball. They're just trying to kick the ball, and he's given a free kick. Normally he would pull that up for a drop ball.
So Allen will take it. It's about 8 yards from the corner flag, right on this near touchline. Left-hand side for Walsall. Most of the Walsall players have gone to the far post. Nobody at the near at the moment in Walsall red. A couple of Walsall players lurking at the edge of the area as well. Liam Gordon's brought out a piece of paper to show to various members of the Walsall squad, including Stirk and Lakin, at the edge of the area. Here comes the free kick from Allen into the area. Where's that going to drop? It's going to drop for Ogundiri and drop for Okagbue on his left foot. Got right underneath it, and he's cleared it over the crossbar. And that's the best chance Walsall have had in this second half, Darren Ambrose.
Yeah, it is, and I think anyone they want it to fall to, it wouldn't have been Okagbue there. Just slashed at the ball, blazed it into the stands. Anyone else, you just need a little bit of composure. And he didn't have that in the box. He had more time than I think he knew. And this wasted opportunity.
Over 50,000 spectators inside Wembley Stadium this afternoon. The attendances keep going up. The record at this level is 61,000 back in 2007 when Bristol comes. Okagbue makes a great challenge. It'll be a throw by the corner flag for AFC Wimbledon, right by the dead ball line. They'll want to keep it in this half of the field to see things out. 87 gone, 1-0 Wimbledon.
Once again, the wrong end for Walsall. It's right down the AFC Wimbledon half. And I'm looking at the substitutes warming up. They've only made 2 subs at the moment, so he can probably tick those seconds away once he decides to make some more.
Tilly will have this throw down to our right-hand side, right next to the corner flag. Needs an option. 2 or 3 players coming short. One of them is Smith, who comes closest of all, gives it back to Tilly. Chance for Ogundiri to put the ball into the box first time. Comes off the backside of Taylor Allen, goes out for another AFC Wimbledon throw. More seconds tick by on TalkSport 2, getting AFC Wimbledon that little bit closer. Aaron Sassu's going to be on shortly for AFC Wimbledon for a late change. Tilly with the ball into the box, looking for a target. It's headed away from Hippolyte by Connor Barrett, who's not had much chance to get forward and show what he can do in an offensive manner for Walsall. Instead, it's Nerfil down the left-hand side, forcing him back towards his own dead ball line. Now the ball sent into the area, headed away at the near post by Okagbue. Stirk controls it, looks up as he gets away from his own penalty area. Threads a lovely ball through, and Taylor Allen has broken clear from defence. Plays it to his right, Amanchi up to the edge of the area, faced up by Lewis. Holding it up now, Levi Amanchi. Tries to feed it back to Charlie Lakin. Stirk steps in. Lakin tries to get a foot in. Stirk again, gives it back to Allen, centre of the Wimbledon half. Out to Liam Gordon, left-hand side. In comes the cross. Amanchi went to swoop and hit it home, but it was headed clear by the ever-reliable Joe Lewis. Throw into Walsall.
They're having a go. Walsall, they're having a go. They have to. Not long left, but they're still comfortable. AFC Wimbledon. It's all huff and puff from Walsall, but nothing really happening. The ball from Gordon, easily cleared. Good defending. Lovely pass we see from Stirk to break the lines. That's what they need in the last 5 minutes of and stoppage time as well. But I still see them as comfortable at the moment.
Well, Callum Maycock's had to find himself another pair of boots from the ones he gave earlier to his teammate Matty Stevens, because he's coming on as well for AFC Wimbledon. So the players coming off. Marcus Brown, whose ricocheted shot set up Miles Hippolyte for that opening goal right on half-time. He's coming off to allow Sassu to come on. And Callum Maycock, he's going to come on for the goal scorer, who's going to get a huge ovation when he makes his way off. Miles Hippolyte, he doesn't know it's him yet. In fact, he's just been told.
He knows.
The referee's just patted him on the back. Let's hear what reception he gets from the Wimbledon fans as he makes his way off. They've just realised it's him, and he's just realised it's him, if you believe that. And he's casually walking across to this near touchline. So Maycock on for Hippolyte, and Walsall have a throw, but we're in and edging towards added time here. The 90 is nearly up. We're about to find out how many extra minutes separate AFC Wimbledon from League One football. 1-0 they lead. Walsall have the throw. They've taken it. It's worked infield by Gordon. Stirk, 30 yards, 6 minutes. We're into that now. Ball into the box, headed away by Alistair Smith. Nerfil, anywhere will do for Wimbledon. Just hoofs it downfield, and it drifts out of play bang on halfway for a Walsall throw. Darren Ambrose.
Yeah, both the players that come off really, really good. Marcus Brown worked tirelessly for his team up there, was involved in the goal, his shot that was blocked. Then Hippolyte with a wonderful finish, and he's decided to take those off and try and see this game out.
Hall down the left-hand side, tries to get the benefit of a ricochet. Ball's out of play. Walsall throw, level with the 18-yard line. Stoppage time well underway. A minimum of 6 minutes been added on here. Can Walsall find an equaliser? Stirk plays the ball into the area. Allen brought it down brilliantly, but he ran straight into Ogundiri, who cleared it out of play on the half volley for a throw.
Stirk playing some lovely passes. This one, a little dink into Allen, just couldn't take it in his stride. But it's all Walsall at the moment.
Allen gives the throw back to Liam Gordon. Has to go back further towards the halfway line, and McKenty. Into the centre circle it goes for Okagbue, out to the left-hand side. Oh, he's looking for Stirk, and he's got the pass execution all wrong, and out of play it goes for a Wimbledon throw. There'll be in no rush to take it. AFC Wimbledon 1, Walsall 0, less than 5 minutes of added time to play at Wembley Stadium.
All the playoff games this season been close, tight, scrappy, There was some late drama, wasn't there, in the Championship one? Are we going to see late drama today? It's been a scrappy encounter. Probably one bit of quality, and that was the goal. But this is the playoffs.
Nails being bitten to the quick. Walsall trying to win the ball on halfway. Just thumped away at the back from Ryan Johnson for Wimbledon. Goes out of play for a Walsall throw. Nearly 2 minutes of the minimum 6 have elapsed. It's back with Walsall keeper Tommy Simkin, the young 20-year-old on loan from Stoke. Fires the ball out to Connor Barrett on the right-hand side. Scampers up to the halfway line. Drifts away from the challenge of Sasu. Trying to play the ball infield to Adoma. Good defending by Wimbledon once again. But Walsall have it back on halfway with McKenty. Out to the left-hand side, the near side to us and Liam Gordon. Plenty forward in red for Walsall. Gordon slips but still manages to get inside Kelly. Has to give the ball back to McKenty. He brings the ball in field. Plays a square ball out to the right-hand side. Oh, it's intercepted quite comfortably by Nurfield, but he couldn't find Sasu. If he'd found Sasu with a half-decent pass, Sasu would have been away for Wimbledon.
I think he could have taken it in his stride as well and ran, and he'd have been 2-on-1.
Charlie Lakin down the right-hand side of the box. Can he keep the ball in play? No, he can't. It's well defended by Ryan Johnson. It's a goal kick for AFC Wimbledon. And Lakin gives a ball quickly to goalkeeper Owen Goodman, who's going to do his shoelaces up, to pull his socks up, and then place the ball at the edge of the 6-yard box before he gets the ball downfield. 3 minutes of the minimum 6 have gone. AFC Wimbledon still leading Walsall by a 0-0 here on TalkSport 2, and prayers are being offered up all around Wembley Stadium for those in red and those in blue. AFC Wimbledon almost there. Liam Gordon for Walsall, midway point of his own half, just clatters it downfield looking for a teammate. Might break for Amanchi. Again, good defending by Joe Lewis, who just as he was against Notts County has headed and kicked everything away this afternoon. Walsall get a free kick as Smith brings down Allen to the left of the centre circle.
Probably the most used saying today, good defending, brilliant defending. That's what we've been saying all afternoon from these AFC Wimbledon fans, her players. And I can't, and other than a mistake, I can't see Walsall scoring. Might be famous last words, but they've got an opportunity now.
Simkin thought he might take the free kick, but it's been left for Taylor Allen, who drifts it to the right-hand corner of the penalty area. Bounces inside the box. Offside flag goes up against the Walsall player. It's going to be an AFC Wimbledon free kick. And there are 2 minutes remaining of the minimum stoppage time. And Walsall denied by an offside flag. Connor Barrett fires the ball back to AFC Wimbledon goalkeeper Owen Goodman. And now the Wimbledon fans to our right in the West Stand are starting to believe that it is their time. 1 or 2 Walsall fans drifting towards the exits. They think that the end is nigh, and it will have to be a 7th successive season at League Two level for the Saddlers. As McKenty tried to clear, he hit it against the backside of his own defender Okagbue, and presented AFC Wimbledon with a throw.
Listen to that dance. They believe. They're starting to believe. Just over a minute to go. It's down the wrong end once again. If you're Walsall, time is ticking. It's now or never. Matt Sadler knows that. He's trying to pray in the ball goes upfield. Thrown in
Down the left-hand side, but headed by Sasu into Adoma has won a throw, but it's got to go downfield, and it's got to go downfield quickly for Walsall, because we are in the last minute of minimum stoppage time, and then it'll be up to Will Finney to decide how much more to add. Ball's in the Walsall half, just kept away from Josh Kelly by McKenty. Now Liam Gordon just over the halfway line, faced up by Smith, hits the ball against Alistair Smith. Josh Kelly, full bloody challenge, but it's a foul on Liam Gordon, bang on halfway, and the keeper's going forward, even though it's not a corner kick. Tommy Simkin, the Walsall keeper, is going forward to help supplement the attackers for this free kick to Walsall, bang on halfway, right next to the dugouts.
I can't see that's a foul, to be honest. It was a full-blooded challenge, won the ball, but the goalkeeper's up, last chance.
It's taken by McKenty for Walsall, up towards the edge of the area, headed away for Wimbledon by Johnson. Breaks for Taylor Allen down the right-hand side. The 6 minutes are up. It's all over! AFC Wimbledon are back at League One level after 3 years away, and this extraordinary Phoenix club promotion once again. Since their formation over 20 years ago, they've won promotion 7 times now, 4 times via the playoffs. They hit the front through a wonderful hit from Miles Hippolyte right on half-time when Walsall couldn't clear a corner, and not only did they hold on, rarely did they concede a chance worthy of the name to Walsall, who have to do it all again at League Two level after their best finish in some time. Players hugging each other in blue and yellow of AFC Wimbledon. A couple of Walsall players lying on the turf in disbelief. It's not been their day, but Wembley Stadium is all about winners, and the winners today are AFC Wimbledon, who are back at League One level next season. Full-time score at Wembley Stadium: AFC Wimbledon 1, Walsall 0.
Well, sometimes you just need somebody to believe in you. That's what AFC Wimbledon have been all about. A club that has risen from the ashes, that has taken its history back, taken its reputation back, taken all of these fans on an incredible journey, and that journey continues into League One. I've been with Johnny Jackson on a day that rumours were breaking that he had lost his job at AFC Wimbledon. A couple of years ago, when they'd gone on a torrid run, he needed someone to believe on him. He stood on the Wembley turf today with his hands on his head in disbelief. Sometimes a manager needs time, and if they get it, they can produce something special, and that's exactly what he's done for this football club. Wembley, an ocean of blue and yellow. Those AFC Wimbledon fans get exactly what they came here for. Unbelievable day for them. Unfortunately, there has to be a loser away to our left-hand side. Dejection for the players of Walsall, who led the table for so long, who had it in their hands on so many occasions and couldn't produce the results they needed to get automatic promotion. They had to do it through the playoffs. They found some form in the semi-finals. They came to Wembley believing that they could do something special, and in the end, when it really mattered, they couldn't find anything, and that will be the biggest disappointment for them. Darren Ambrose, a team that scored so many goals and played fluid football, came here today, and in the first half in particular, I mean, we saw so much of it in the second 45 minutes, but they had no attacking impetus, no real drive in that first 45 minutes, and you wonder, did the occasion maybe leave them stuck in the headlights?
I just think it was the way AFC Wimbledon played. Look, football is a wonderful sport that we absolutely love, but it can be so cruel, and we're in line with the Walsall players. There's jubilant scenes to our right-hand side with AFC Wimbledon, but there's devastation. I have to say, Jake Reeves and Johnny Jackson has walked around and given every single one of those Walsall players a high five, shook their hands, and he's only just gone over. He's going over to his team now, Johnny Jackson. I don't think the occasion got to them. I just think in a game earmarked the best attack versus the best defence that come out on top, they were incredible to a man, defending all game, and the goal was worthy winner of any game.
Yeah, fantastic goal from Miles Hippolyte in the first half. Also had their chances, one real good chance in the second half. We saw the ball just about cleared off the line, wasn't going to go in, but was an indication of the early second half pressure. For me, Levi Amanchi got goal side of his defender. He was in, he had a great opportunity. The finish was nowhere near good enough, but the defender Joe Lewis had a big hand of his shirt, Darren, and I wonder, on a day where there's VAR, the players, had they played with VAR all season, we would have seen a Premier League player hit the ground, and it wouldn't have been a penalty. It was just outside the box, but maybe if AFC Wimbledon went down to 10, we could have had a very different story.
Yeah, look, you are right. In the Premier League, we'd have seen the player go to ground there, potentially fallen into the box and may have been given a penalty. I did say at the time it was clever defending from Joe Lewis at the time, because he did have a clump of his shirt. He let go at the right time. He put his arms up, as you do as a defender, but that's what you do as a defender with no VAR. VAR didn't intervene, but no matter what happened in the defending, it was a poor effort by Amanchi. He chose the wrong option. He tried to lift it over Goodman, and there was no way he was going to do that. He's too good of a goalkeeper, Goodman. He tricked him that he was going to come.
And Wimbledon have won it right here. And they are through. That is it. They have won it. They're like not the very first time, but in 3 years they've never done it. So now they're with us in the league. They will be with us they'll be against us in the league. Reading versus Wimbledon will be there as well, so I'll be doing live streams for that anyway. So guys, thank you for all the support being with us today, and it's much appreciated. And another thing I want to get you guys to know that there's a lot of streams coming up, so don't panic, because I will be back and I will come stronger. I'm sorry there's a black screen, but soon you will see something come up in a moment. But guys, I'm not lying. There's so much more to come. The Women's Euros is coming up soon, so get ready for them. It's going to get intense. Do you think that England's women's can do it because the men's didn't? But can the women's do it again and win it for England? Well, let's find out anyway in July. But there is loads of other ones coming up. There will be the Europa Conference League. That will be on Wednesday. Chelsea game. Tomorrow there will not be a game tomorrow because there's no games on tomorrow. There is other games happening, but they are on late and I will not be there anyway. But on Thursday, there will be, I think, a game. I might be wrong, but I'll double check. But just keep an eye and keep looking at my YouTube channel, because you do not know when the next next stream will be. But when you look on my streams, you'll see when the next one comes. So guys, thank you for all the support today. It's been absolutely brilliant seeing loads of people joining. It's good. And another thing as well I would like you to do soon is actually talking in the chat so we can build our community and get bigger. Robotic Maniac Army. That would be cool. I know it's not a football name, but I like the name anyway. And I like you all. So thank you all the support again. And Wimbledon have won it. And they are through to League One next season. So I will see you all. That is the end of the EFL and the Premier League and everything else. That is the end of the season of 2024/2025 season. But I will see you all soon in the next live stream. And as well, I will see you all in the next Premier League, EFL, and League Two, League One Championship, and all of them. I will see you soon in the 2025/2026 season. So guys, see you soon. The season's not just over yet, but after the UEFA Champions League final. And that will finish the finale of 2025, the 2024/2025 season. So guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now. Robotic Maniac out. Wimbledon are the winners of the 2024/2023, /2025 season.